My name's Marissa, and today you're going to be learning how to make an exercise fitness dice, like this one right here. I will provide you with what materials you need to make it, how much it's going to cost to make it, what safety you need to be aware of when building the equipment or using it, and an activity you can use with the fitness dice. Alright, so here we go.
So here are the materials you need to make your exercise fitness dice. The first thing you need is a cardboard box or some kind of cardstock, something nice and stiff to make a nice sturdy dice. Then you need some Scotch tape that you could find around your house. Glue, if you want to glue some pieces together, you can use glue. Some scissors you need in order to cut the box into squares. A ruler in order to measure the squares at the exact size to make the dice. A pen to make sure you draw out the squares. Some colored paper or markers or crayons to make it nice and colorful. I printed out some exercises I found on Google. And also some tissue paper, newspaper, or something to fill in the dice to make it sturdy.
And it's free because all the stuff I found was laying around my house.
Now the first thing you need to do is to cut your cardboard box in order to make it nice and flat. So right here I'm showing you how to cut it. I'm just cutting off the tape off in order to make it nice and flat.
Make sure when making this activity that a grown adult uses the scissors in order to cut the boxes. No child should be allowed to use scissors in order to cut the box or anything else.
Once I cut the tape, I open up the box. I open up each of the flaps, and then I end up folding the box to make it nice and flat. Now with my ruler and my pen, I draw 6 inches across, and then I draw 6 inches down in order to make a square. So the square is going to look like this, and it's going to be 6 by 6 inches.
And then I end up making 6 squares.
Now the next step is to put the pieces together. So I got 2 squares and I put it at like a right angle. So then I'm going to use my tape. I already pre-cut my tape already, so I don't have to keep taping it over and over again. And now I'm just going to attach my tape to one side of a square, just like that. And then I'm going to get another square, and I'm just going to attach it so it makes like a right angle. And then once I've done that, I fold the tape over so it's nice and sturdy. Then I take another piece of tape and then I put it on the other square. So when I cut my tape, I usually cut it about 6 inches so it's the same length as the side of a square. Then I grab another cardboard square and I attach it to the tape. I fold the tape over, so making sure it sticks to the cardboard. And now I've made 3 sides of my square. After that, I get a 4th piece of cardboard and I put it across the top. So right here, I'm measuring it to see if it makes a square, and it does. So then I end up getting my tape that I already cut, and I tape it across one side of my cardboard square, just like that. Then I grab another piece of tape and I put it on the other side of the square. Then when you look at this cardboard, it's going to have 2 pieces on tape on each side of the square, just like that. When I cut my tape, I make sure that I cut the edges so it's nice and even. And now I'm going to place the cardboard on top, fold the tape down, then I fold the other square up and attach it to the square that I put tape on. And now I have made the frame of the dice. Now that I've made the frame, I'm going to put the top part of the dice. So on this square, I put 4 pieces of tape on each side of it, so that way I can fold each of the pieces down. I attach one side of the tape to one of the squares, and then I fold the top over so it's covering the top of the box. And then I fold the tape down so it's attaching to each of the sides, making sure it's sticking to the sides and it's nice and sturdy. Now I get my tissue paper or newspaper and I crumple it up and I stick it inside of my box or my dice so it's nice and stiff to use. Now the last part is to put that last square on top in order to complete the dice. So making sure there's tape on each side of the square, and I'm just going to fold it down on each side. And here is the finishing product. As you can see, I used colored paper, I printed out images of exercises, and I also used Scotch tape to cover each and every part of the dice so it wouldn't get dirty or ruined. So for my activities, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to roll the dice, and we are going to be doing the activities on my fitness dice. When tossing the dice, try to toss it just a few feet away from you. Do not toss it up in the air, or do not toss it really far.
For the activity, you're going to roll the dice and do the following exercises on whatever side it landed on. So I rolled the dice, and the side it landed on, you have to do 5 jumps or 5 arm lifts. Now, let's do them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 jumps or 5 arm lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll the dice. Now you can do 6 forward lunges or 6 arm swings forward. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 lunges or 6 arm swings forward. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Roll the dice. Now you can do 7 side lunges or 7 side stretches. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 side lunges or 7 side stretches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll the dice. Now you can do 8 marching steps or 8 running arms. Here we go. Now let's start with 8 marching steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or running arms 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dice. Now you can do 9 side arm lifts or 9 side lunges. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or 9 side arm lifts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The dice. Alright, next you can do 10 arm circles or 10 jumping jacks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jumping jacks or 10 arm circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.